So how do you think, what does this mean for like company formation and what companies look like if all this plays out?
Well, so I mean, I think there's going to be a long transitional period where lots of folks still start Delaware companies and C corps or whatever. But I do think that eventually every single term that we have in venture capital, like liquidation preferences and pro rata, whatever, every single one of those things will be put into smart contracts on the blockchain. And what that does is it addresses the short-termism of the 2017 ICO boom programmatically. Right? Like, the problem is if you can raise a bunch of money and liquidate it and the founders get money but the investors don't, that is disalignment of interests. And so it turns out that we've evolved over the last 30, 40, 50, several hundred years, frankly, of just, English common law and then, American VC, all kinds of things to ward off those edge cases, like drag-along provisions, right? Or, ROFRs, right? All of those terms will be put into smart contracts, plus more that we can't even think of to ensure long-term alignment of interests. And when that is done and that is completed, you actually have something which is really interesting, which is you have something that is more trustworthy than the American legal system, right? And we're already seeing this in the sense that on coin tables, as distinct from cap tables, I see far more international free trade collaboration across borders, right? At the same time we're seeing all these tariffs and other walls kind of come up, I'm seeing at the seed stage for the first time, many times you'll have Chinese and American investors on the same coin table because venture capitalists don't trust the Chinese legal system, or American venture capitalists don't, and vice versa. Chinese investors typically don't trust the American legal system, but they can both diligence an Ethereum smart contract, and they can both invest in a blockchain-denominated thing. And so I think that's going to be this huge story over the next 5 or 10 years, and it's going to really globalize, the incoming flow of funds.